Good morning, Doreen Primary School. Grade 3, I think you can try this little activity too. Grade 3, 4, 5, 6. We've talked about perspective, and a perspective that we've talked about has a vanishing point, and that works really well for landscape painting and drawing. But for still life, you really need to know more about perspective. There's always more than one vanishing point around you. When you look around, you'll see many vanishing points. So we're going to talk today about 2-point perspective. So you will need paper, pencil, probably a rubber, maybe a ruler, and you're going to need something to draw, something still life that we're going to place in front of us on the table here. So we're going to use a box. I've looked around my house and I've actually got so many boxes. I'd love to draw lots of boxes, but just keep it simple. So here's one box that I could use, or this one with a lid, and I really like these holes at the side, or perhaps something a bit smaller and a bit more decorative. This one's really beautiful. If I open it and show you, it actually has drawers that come out and have little things inside them. This was made by an artist friend of mine and I love it. It's got beautiful little paintings on it and around it, but this is a bit adventurous, so perhaps you would leave something like this for an extension activity. This one, a little bit more manageable. It's a bit simple, but still with some beautiful details. I'll show you what's inside this one. Beautiful. Or this one. This one I got out of the kitchen cupboard. All the beautiful boxes, I've got little silver boxes and trinket boxes. There's loads of boxes I could choose, but I've chosen this one. It's simple, but it's interesting. It has writing on it, which makes it a little bit more challenging, but fun. And it reminds me of Andy Warhol's work. Okay, the setup. We've got the cardboard box at a 45-degree angle on the table, and we are going to have a little look and locate the 2 perspective vanishing points. So we've got this is right in front of us. First thing I want you to do is put in a horizon line. Now we're not outside, we don't have a horizon in the, we don't have the ground and the sky coming together, but the horizon line could even be the edge of the table. So I put the horizon line in quite close to the top of the paper. And the first line I want to put in is this here, about that position, so it's quite low down in the composition. Now, shoots off into the distance. So you can draw it freehand or you can use a ruler. But you can see that angle shoots off. And we need to draw the line all the way to the vanishing point. I'm drawing it softly because later on we'll want to rub it out. At the bottom of the box, we want another line, and it needs to be drawn exactly to the same vanishing point. There we go. So VP, vanishing point, is over here, this side of the box, booming into the distance. All right, now we've got to do a similar thing on this side of the box, but it's a good idea to make your vanishing point a long way away, otherwise you can distort, you can warp your box. So this one's actually shooting off higher than the other one. So I'm going to make my vanishing point here and draw in that top line here, and then the bottom line would be here. Okay. So I have these two sides of the box. Roughly like this. Now, because it's a little hard for you to see on the video, I'm going to go over my lines with a marker, but I'm not going to go all the way to the vanishing point. I'm just going to go to where I decided my box will finish. So here we are. So these lines actually, look, I'll put some dots in because I don't know if you can see it well enough. Back to the vanishing point. So this is going to be the edge of my box. And on this side, could bring that in a bit more. Here we go. And of course I do have, this is my vanishing point back here. So these lines are all shooting towards the vanishing point. Now to draw the top of the box, I need, I'll do it in pencil first. I need to join up this corner all the way to this vanishing point. And I need to join this corner to this vanishing point. And now I have the top of my box. Now the fun part, all the writing, all the decoration, all the little bits and pieces that you have on your box are ready to go in. Also, please, if you could try a little bit of cross-hatching or a little bit of stippling or even just some shading, because that will give it a whole lot more 3D effect. Do you know what? When I stand up and come around and look at what I've done here at the camera, it's quite different. That's because I'm now in a standing up position, looking down at the box, and I'm seeing a lot more of the top of the box. When I sit down, I see more of the front and sides of the box. This is why it looks different to what I'm drawing. Your perspective is not the same as my perspective. Every time you move yourself to another position, the box will look a different shape. So it's a really good activity to leave the box where it is and move yourself around the table and see if you can draw it from different angles. Good luck. Enjoy 2-point perspective. I just want to show you some of these images of work by an artist called Andy Warhol, who was a hero of the pop art movement. I'd love it if you got a chance to jump online and have a look at Andy Warhol and find out a bit of information about him. I hope he inspires you. Happy drawing.